After years of speculation, Nintendo has finally unveiled their next console, the Nintendo Switch 2, releasing in 2025. But even though the announcement trailer shows off the device up close and from all angles, fans still have a lot of questions that might not be answered until the next Nintendo Direct. We know what the Switch 2 looks like on the outside, but there's been zero confirmation about what's under the hood. The trailer makes it clear that the new console is bigger than its predecessor, and fans are hoping that it also carries over the improvements that Nintendo has already made to the original Switch. Whether or not the Switch 2 features an OLED screen, fans really want to know exactly how big the new display is going to be. They also have questions about the Switch's display when it's docked. Will the new console come with 4K resolution? That's a feature plenty of gamers want, especially since the newest Xbox and PlayStation consoles offer it.
4K televisions have 8.3 megapixels. The human eye is literally incapable of appreciating a finer resolution than this.
Some potential buyers are worried that the Switch 2 won't be that powerful, but others are excited at the possibility that the new console might outperform their expectations. Nintendo is often a generation behind its main competitors, but since the PS4 Pro and Xbox One S offered 4K support, it's hard to know for sure whether or not this new console will take that leap. Fans also have questions about the other key pieces of hardware that come with the Switch 2, the Joy-Cons. The trailer introduced the new Joy-Cons by showing them sliding around on a flat surface, and some are interpreting that as confirmation of the rumors that the new Joy-Cons will feature mouse functionality. Others are thinking less about new features and more about age-old problems with the Switch's controllers. As more than a few commenters have pointed out, the trailer literally shows the new Joy-Cons drifting, albeit in a pressing R in Mario Kart way rather than a joystick tilting to the side making platforming impossible way. Still, it's brought back nightmares about the current console's well-documented issues. Longtime Nintendo fans have their fingers crossed that the company has found a solution for stick drift. Of course, any new design could come with problems of its own, and viewers of the Switch 2 reveal are already predicting what those could be. As one commented on YouTube, based on how the Joy-Cons snap onto the Switch 2 in the trailer, I wonder how long it will be before we hear reports of the connectors breaking off due to the stress put on them. Once people get their hands on the new Joy-Cons at the Switch 2 live experience events that Nintendo is hosting in New York, Los Angeles, and Dallas, we'll have a better idea of how thoroughly Nintendo has addressed past and potential Joy-Con glitches. At the moment, it's safe to say that this is the biggest fear fans have expressed about the upcoming Switch successor. But what good are Joy-Cons if there's nothing to play with them? Naturally, the initial success of the Switch 2 depends on the games that are released alongside it. While fans were thankful to learn that the device is backwards compatible in most cases, they're itching to know which Nintendo series will be represented in the launch lineup. The Day 1 catalog for the original Switch was pretty bare, but The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild proved to be enough, with Tears of the Kingdom and Echoes of Wisdom having been released in 2023 and 2024 respectively. It's unlikely that Link will be featured in a Switch 2 launch title, unless he's hitting the racetrack.
Well, what are you waiting for? Pick your cards!
The only game teased in the Switch 2 announcement trailer is a new Mario Kart title, the first since Mario Kart 8 released in 2014. That leaves plenty of room for fans to speculate and dream about new launch titles in their favorite franchises, whether they're more realistic possibilities like Animal Crossing or long shots like Star Fox. There's also a decent chance that several games slated for release on the original Switch in 2025, like Metroid Prime 4 and Pokemon Legends ZA, could receive upgraded versions on the Switch 2. Of course, any first-party titles will be joined by a handful of third-party games of varying quality. According to YouTuber Nate the Hate, who correctly predicted the date of the Switch 2 reveal trailer, gamers can expect to see ports of multiple Assassin's Creed and Final Fantasy games, as well as the upcoming Metal Gear Solid Delta. We'll finally have many of our Switch 2 questions answered when Nintendo hosts its next Direct on April 2nd. Fans will finally know the hardware specifics, and they'll have a good idea of what games they'll be able to play on launch day. However, there's one other massive variable that needs to be answered before people can start placing pre-orders: the price. Like seemingly everything else about the Switch 2, the console's price may have already been leaked online. The console will reportedly ring up for $399, and that lowish price point has some fans thinking that a second version of the Switch 2 may be coming soon after. One Reddit commenter wrote, "Hopefully that means we can get a more powerful version with OLED at launch. I'm definitely willing to pay a bit more for the best hardware they have. For now, it's best to take the leaked price with a grain of salt, but considering how many other Switch 2 leaks have turned out to be true, don't be surprised to see people running with $400 as though it's already been confirmed."